And I like my face mask to make me look like a serial killer, so this one is perfect for me. If I was standing outside your window right now, you would call the cops, for real. Okay, so I don't have a PhD in skincare, but I've got to know a little bit about my skin throughout my career and being around different estheticians and makeup artists. So my skin is oily, it's normal to oily. I don't like to exfoliate too much because it's oily, and I use products for normal to oily skin. I have about 9 different products that I use on a nightly basis. I just took a shower, so let's start. Okay, so in my shower, I exfoliate my whole body, my whole skin. Everyone knows that when you exfoliate, you are taking all of the dead skin, all of the residue from the day, all of the dirt away from your skin and revealing your beautiful, fresh skin. So I like to, right after the shower, use a scalp scrub from NatureLab Tokyo, which basically does the same thing as any other exfoliator for your skin, for your face, or body. It takes away all of the dead skin, all of the residue of products, and leaves you with beautiful, shiny, healthy hair. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. The exfoliator in this is sugar instead of salt, which is great. And I just massage it into the hair, into the scalp. If you've got longer hair, you're basically treating this like a shampoo. So you can either mix this in with your favorite shampoo, or you can just use it from the jar straight onto your scalp. And you can really feel it basically just feels like exfoliating any other part of your skin, but so many people have so much buildup of products, dead skin on their scalp, and their hair suffers for it. You don't get that perfect shine that we all love. So this is a great way of really giving your scalp a deep cleanse. So you don't have to leave this in. You just scrub your scalp and rinse it off. So I'm gonna go rinse it off. Okay, now that my scalp scrub is off, I'm gonna start with my skin. So as I said, I don't know everything about skincare, but I know about my skin. I like to start with lip balm. I love the Chanel lip balm. My lips always feel dry. I'm always putting on lip balm, so that's the first thing that I do. Lip balm. I like when they are shaped like lipstick, so I can feel like I'm putting on a lipstick going into the meeting. Cute. Okay, so that's on. So my first actual skincare step is cleanser. As I said, my skin is very oily, so if I over exfoliate, if I start using a scrub every day, then the next day, the next 2 days, my skin is gonna be super oily because of that. So I like to minimize the amount of scrubbing that I do on my skin. So I love Dr. Lancer's cleanser because it's really gentle. It doesn't make me too shiny afterwards. So I use a little bit on my hand on wet skin, and I just start to wash my face. I don't go too hard. I like to be really gentle with my skin because also I'm from Ireland, so we aren't blessed with the even skin tone. We get redness, so I don't like to rub my skin too hard ever, even when I'm exfoliating. You can see literally when I touch my skin, it turns red, so I have to be so gentle. Okay, so that's all of the day's dirt coming off my skin. So I like to rinse with cold water because I feel like it firms up my skin. Next is toner. Toner to me is like a little bit of a mystery. Everybody uses it, so then I use it, and SK2, all rich people have SK2 in their bathrooms, and I see it, I'm like, okay, let me write that down, I'm gonna get that one. So I'm gonna use my SK2 toner on a cotton pad. So because I don't really understand the science of toner, this is definitely one of those skincare trends that I just fall into and just start doing because everyone else is doing it, but when it starts improving your skin, who cares? So I feel some kind of weird toning fantasy that I don't know really what it does, but my skin looks bomb afterwards, so I just go with it. Okay, so now my skin has been toned. I don't know what that means, but it feels good. It looks good. Next, I'm gonna do a little mask to revive and rejuvenate my skin. So this Charlotte Tilbury mask it's kind of a lifesaver. I saw it first on one of my clients when she had her makeup on. It was at lunch break and the makeup artist put this mask on her skin with a full face of makeup. So this is the first time I've seen a face mask that you could use over makeup, so you can rejuvenate your skin during the day even if you're wearing makeup, but I'm gonna do it now, getting ready for bed, just to give my skin a boost of moisture. And I like my face mask to make me look like a serial killer, so this one is perfect for me. Okay. So face masks don't always fit my big old face, so, oh, this looks so good. So yeah, this is a dry mask, so it's not like super wet on my skin. I look like, if I was standing outside your window right now, you would call the cops, for real. It literally feels like a dry piece of fabric. It smells beautiful, but it doesn't feel like a conventional mask where it's like dripping, it's going all over your clothes or whatever. It's really, really easy to put on. Okay, I'm gonna keep this on for like 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna get back to my skincare routine. Okay, so I listened to Lana Del Rey, I got on my feelings, now I'm ready for the mask to come off. I love this mask because it's no mess. Like, as you can see, my skin isn't covered in juice right now. Now, my moisturizer, my eye cream will be able to melt into my skin the way I want them to straight away, because when your face is covered in face mask juice, it can't penetrate, so that's my understanding. Okay, so next is eye cream. I only got into eye cream recently. I didn't realize that your eye skin is a whole different kettle of fish. So I understand that it's really, really important. It's a whole different formula. The skin is different, so you have to treat it different. You have to pat, apparently. Don't start going ham on your eyes. It's like super delicate, apparently. So you just dab this under your eyes. I do underneath, and then on my eyelids. I'm super paranoid about the skin around my eyes because I used to like be so rough with my skin. At 32, I'm realizing that your skin does actually start to change and you do have to treat it properly. So now I'm like really, really gentle with like the delicate parts of my skin. Whenever I put moisturizer on, then like whatever the residue is or the leftover moisturizer, I always like rub it into my tattoos. I don't know. So my night cream, or what I use as my night cream, basically a heavier moisturizer than I would use during the day, is the Clé de Peau moisturizer. I try not to really aggravate my skin because it does, as you can see already from just like washing my face, it gets so red because of those exotic Irish genetics of mine. I keep my moisturizer in the fridge. I don't know if that does anything, but it makes me feel so rich when I'm putting my moisturizer on. I'm just like, I'm putting it on and it's cold and I'm like, oh, wow. I live in a mansion on the top of a hill and I'm putting my moisturizer on. Even if it's not expensive moisturizer, put it in the fridge and it'll make it feel expensive. So the hardest habit for me to keep up skincare wise, and it's definitely the most important because I am so pale and I'm like have Irish genetics, is wearing SPF every day. I kind of rebelled against it for the longest time, which is so dumb because your skin is your skin, you only get one. So now I'm so diligent about covering myself in SPF 50. It's like putting toothpaste all over it. Like I get the strongest ass SPF and it's like putting fucking Colgate all over my face. But obviously it sinks in and I'm protecting my face. I put it on my hands, I put it on my tattoos. When I'm driving in my car, I make sure that I have SPF in my hands because I don't want old ass looking hands, especially if they're all up in everybody's face all the time. So yeah, SPF has definitely been the biggest like learning curve in terms of like incorporating something daily into my skincare routine. Okay, so this is my Jade roller. Her name's Jade. So I start moving it around my eyes, away from my eyes, underneath my cheekbones. I saw in a YouTube video, like people just sitting there and like rubbing it around their face. So that's what I do. I'm like, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I'm just gonna luxuriate and roll my face with a piece of green glass or whatever it is. Unrecognizable. You did your job, Jade. Thanks. So last step is, this is like my favorite oil or serum ever. I use it all the time. Okay, so it comes with like this little dropper. I'm like, that's cute, but I just like pour it all into my hand. This is definitely not the way Dr. Lancer wanted you to dispense the product, but this is what I do. So I literally start putting it on my neck, on my chest, usually everywhere that I'm not gonna do on camera right now, you creeps. I put a little around my face, just a tiny bit on my face. Well, that's a lot, but it's oil, so it's good. I don't like to put too much on my face just because I'm about to get into bed and it's about to be all up on my pillow, so. But I generally, instead of lotion, this is what I've started using for my skin. I was using cocoa butter, Palmer's cocoa butter, and I didn't realize that it has so much mineral oil. So if you've got a spray tan, your spray tan's gone. It's like a filler ingredient, so now I like to use just like a whole natural oil like this one. So with my skincare routine, I feel like that's like half of what I do for my skin. I notice that my skin looks different if I don't get enough sleep. If I'm tired, my face looks puffy. It doesn't matter how well I've taken care of my skin, I don't look as good. So I think it's always really important to get a lot of sleep. And then when I am not hydrating myself, when I'm not remembering to drink more water than I want to or that I feel comfortable drinking, then my skin suffers. So I literally do it for my skin and I eat clean. If I'm eating a lot of dairy or I notice like certain foods will have impact on my skin. I think diet, hydration, obviously staying out of the sun is like the number one, and getting enough sleep. They're the other side of skincare that aren't in a bottle, you know, that you can really incorporate into your routine. Okay, that was my skincare routine. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's very simple, but now it's my time to go to bed. So see you guys later.